Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And good day, everyone. Today, we would like to present our materials and call candidate Gibran Rakabuming Raka as Vice President. And why we choose this material is because it is very sensational and controversial among people of Indonesians, especially in last month. And before we next to our material, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Dhanang Caergie R.
And my name is Farhan Nahdah D.
Okay, and let's begin. We have a table of content. There is 6 content. First is introductions, sign codes and text, representation, discursive analysis, relationship, and negotiation. And first is introduction. The introduction is about Gibran. Gibran Rakabuming Raka is a prominent political figure in Indonesia. He currently serves as the mayor of Surakarta, following in the footsteps of his father Jokowi, who once also served as mayor. He is often called Mas Gibran because he is relatively young. He is 36 years old. And during his tenure as mayor, he was considered a success by the wider community for providing progress and innovation. He is also considered a representation of a young generation leader who has a role in Indonesian politics. And however, it is also controversial because he has connections and relationship with his father as the president of Indonesia. This has worsened Gibran's image as a perpetrator of nepotism, plus his candidacy as vice president. And the next will explain by Farhan.
So it is history and background Gibran as candidate vice president. Gibran candidacy as vice president sparked many issues and criticism. Initially, the Constitutional Court, or MK, lowered the nomination limit for president and vice president to 35 years old. Before this is 40 years old before the MK lowered the nomination. Many people considered that the Constitutional Court decision was an attempt for Gibran candidacy. Then, in October 2023, the Golkar Party officially endorsed Gibran as Prabowo Subianto Vice President candidate. This attracted public attention due to Gibran's status as a PDI Perjuangan cadre or Democratic Party of Struggle. This candidacy was considered to take advantage of Gibran's high electoral momentum among the young generation and the opportunities that existed, given that the majority of voters are the younger generation. Next, we will discuss sign codes and text. In the sign codes and text, we provide with 3 pictures that is poster about Gibran. So in the first picture, Gibran portrayed as EXO member, a boy band member of Korea. This attracted young voters, especially they who like Korean. Then the second picture is a Gibran poster, but portrayed as an anime character. This anime character, known well by young generation, is called a Naruto. Every young generation know this anime. So what does mean? Gibran or his succession team wanna be represented to people as part of youth generation. Next, third poster, it's about a poster that criticizes him as the vice president candidacy. So there's some people who didn't like him as vice president. Next material will be presented by Dhanang.
And the next is representation. Here representation Gibran toward people. Gibran is widely viewed by various groups as a young leader who has innovation and creativity to improve the city of Surakarta or Solo. He comes as a representation of the younger generation participating in Indonesian politics. Although he is related to his father, President Jokowi, he can prove that he is dedicated to the city of Surakarta, Solo. However, after his nomination as vice president, academics, activists, and various circles of society considered that Gibran committed acts of nepotism by utilizing his uncle's relationship as chairman of the Constitutional Court (MK). The next discussion analysis will explained by Farhan.
Now is discursive analysis. First, it's about power and politics. Gibran has power in politics as he has the majority of supporters from the DPR seats. This is due to the support of four large party in the DPR. So when he opposed by the opposition to the right of inquiry, hak angket, it cannot be done because the opposition has a minority voice in the DPR. In addition, when Gibran runs for vice president, he has the blessing and support of the incumbent president, Joko Widodo, which will strengthen the coalition. So Gibran has a power from DPR, from the party, and also from his father as a incumbent president. Next is about relationship. So the relationship is the government that has been led by the President Jokowi has gained an approval rating around 71%. So President Jokowi have a 71% approval rating from the people of Indonesia. This is based on Lembaga Survey. This helped in Gibran candidacy to become vice president and got a positive reaction when he ran openly. Jokowi gave support to candidate 02 and was considered a violation of nepotism. The public considers Gibran to accept to gain power. So there's a people who criticize that Gibran using this power of his father to gain power, to gain as a vice president candidacy. Next is resistance, will be presented by Dhanang.
Okay, next is resistance. Like what you can see, there is a fine example of resistance, namely a comment from social media. There is a criticizing about Gibran's candidacy as vice president candidate. And there was opposition among the community, ranging from students, academics to activists. They highlighted Gibran's violation of nepotism and political ethics. The academics or universities expressed their disappointment with Gibran becoming a vice presidential candidate. This incident also had an impact on the Constitutional Court, whose credibility and independence were questioned by the public. In addition, Gibran's internal party, PDI Perjuangan, felt betrayed, and they said that President Jokowi had committed abuse of power by conducting dynastic politics. And the next is negotiation, and that is will explained by Farhan.
So after the resistance is negotiation, the Indonesian people accept Gibran as vice president with 58% of candidate 02 votes. The public considers that Gibran is the successor to continued development of the Jokowi government, which has received an approval rating of 71%. The KPU also appointed Gibran Rakabuming Raka as the vice president-elect. So far, the opposition from Paslon 01 has accepted the determination of the KPU. So the opposition right now accept Gibran as vice president, as elected vice president.
And here is sources from our material, and there is 5 reference, and I think that's all for us, and thank you for your attention, and goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's go.